Right, so I like to say Barak Hawa, Barak Hawa Shah, Barak Hawa, Barak Hawa Shah, Bahashim, Rakaha Kadash, the ones, the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So coming back at you with the book of Isaiah 30 and 8, um, continuing from where we started off in the last video, well, stopped in the last video, Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, right? And you people don't want to hear the laws of the Most High because one, your pastors and these Christians and these different religions tell you that you don't have to keep the law anymore, that the law is done away with, that who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ died for all our sins, and he fulfilled the law. No, he didn't. That's not what he fulfilled. What he fulfilled was the prophecies about his coming and about his sufferings. And you can read that in the book of Luke. You can read that in the book of Acts, right? You go into the book of, what is that? Matthew's, I want to say like 5 and 17. Let's get it. When you go into the book of Matthew 5 and 17, it says, "Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill." And again, what did he fulfill? He fulfilled the prophecies that talked about his coming, his sufferings, right? Well, let's get that. So going into the book of Acts 3 and 18. So let's just grab it real quick. And it says, "But those things which the Most High before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets, that a Mashiach, who you inwardly call Christ," right? Because it wouldn't be Christ. Come on now. Christ means what? Christ means anointed. The etymology of the word means oil. So we're talking about anointed oil. Come on now. But when you go, but the word that should be there is a Mashiach, which means chosen, right? So it says, "But those things which the Most High beforehand showed by the mouth of all his prophets, that a Mashiach should suffer, he have so fulfilled." So that's what he fulfilled. He fulfilled the prophecies that talked about his sufferings, right? He didn't fulfill the law. So he fulfilled the law where you you can commit adultery now, right? Because to commit adultery is a sin unto death. So now, if he fulfilled those things, then you could commit adultery, right? If he fulfilled those things, you can get tattooed from head to toe. If he fulfilled those things, then you could murder people, right? It doesn't make any sense. If he fulfilled those things, then you should be able to worship any god you want to and still be saved. You people do not make sense. You do not have the knowledge and will of Yahweh Shemi Shai. You know, it's crazy that our people can go this far off, and at the end of the day, we still gonna be delivered. The 144,000 and 1/3. But it goes to show you the mercies that the Lord is gonna bring to his people. Look, that's the question that I put as the title. Did the Most High cast away Israel? No, he didn't. What I'm doing is I'm just bringing up I'm bringing up the wickedness of Israel, and I'm going into why these things has taken place. Why these things have taken place? Why is Israel being punished? Well, because of the wickedness that Israel has been committing, and even in doing so, the Lord have still set out a remnant a elect that's going to be saved, right? So Acts 3:18 talks about the Lord fulfilling the prophecies that talks about his sufferings, right? So that's really a cut on you Christians, man. All I can say, man, is stop telling these people that it's okay for them to eat pork. Stop pulling out scriptures that does not talk about that. Like when they go into the book of I believe it's Mark, where it talks about what goes in thy mouth is not what goes in thy mouth that defileth thee, but what comes out. That was speaking about the washing of the hands. That's what that was going into if you actually read the context of the scriptures. It wasn't talking about eating anything abominable. That doesn't make any sense. So the Lord is going to make it okay for you to eat pork, right? The Lord knows what pork will do to you. And then the technology that I have today proves what pork can do to your body. You get tapeworm in your brains. It clogs up your arteries. It's a poison. And you think the Lord will make it okay for you to eat poison. But when you go to the book of 1 Corinthians 3:16, it says, defile not the temple of the Lord, man. And here you got pastors telling you people, you Israelites, that it's okay to defile that which the Most High created for you. Our body is a temple, man. What did Yahushua do when they was selling and buying at the temple? Yahushua went there and started throwing things around, slapping people and shit. So if the Lord didn't want you to defile the Lord's temple, why would he want you to defile the temple of your body? And that doesn't make sense, man. This is why, and again, this is why the Lord had to multiply his mercies for Israel, man. This is why he had to do this, man. Right? It's just foolishness, man. So again, Matthew 5:17. Then we go back to that Isaiah 30. Matthew 5:17, it says, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Fulfill what? Again, that which talked about his sufferings. Acts 3:18, right? It says, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass. Right? And that's talking about the rulership on earth. The scriptures tell you that the earth abideth forever. So the earth is not going to be destroyed. That's talking about the rulerships that's on the earth. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, to all be fulfilled. To all be fulfilled. There's all sorts of scriptures in the Old Testament that did not be fulfilled. The Lord's people being put in their rightful position, that has not been fulfilled. The Lord promised his people a land flowing with milk and honey. That has not been fulfilled. Right now, we in the land of our captivity. The Lord promised Israel that when he began to gather us from all these lands and all these countries that he have sent his people. He said when he gather us from these lands, that we shall go not into captivity no more. But here we're still in captivity. So this goes to show you that have not been fulfilled. And don't say, oh well the Jewish people have been gathered and put in the land. No, they haven't. Because the scriptures talk about that when the Lord puts his people back in the land, which you could read this in Isaiah, that when he put his people back in the land, that he promised them that there shall be no more war. That's nothing but war out there, man. Israel and the Palestinians is constantly shooting ballistic missiles at each other. So how are they the true people? They're not the true people, man. The true people are scattered throughout the earth, man. And they are as the sand of the sea. But there's only 144,000 and the 1/3 that's going to be delivered out of this hell to come, man. So again, Matthew 5:17, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. It says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Plain and simple, man. Plain and simple, man. So Isaiah, going back to Isaiah 30:8. Right? I'm going to end it from here and start it back up. I want to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKadosh, the bonds, the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.